Get ready, Social Security and SSDI checks will be impacted. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. I know in this video, I do want to follow up to another video that I had out just a few days ago in regards to a new announcement out of CMS. Well, now we have more information, and this is certainly going to impact Social Security and SSDI checks in a pretty big way, and exactly why I want to bring this to your attention right here in the video. Let's get right into it. Really fast before we do, thanks so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe right down below the video. It's a super busy time right now. Things are changing rapidly, and anything popping up right now that may impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account, or any new bills, packages, and proposals, announcements out of lawmakers in Congress, or anything else coming out right now, like exactly what we're going to talk about here in this video, of course, I want to bring it to your attention right away. So again, thanks so much for being here. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Also, feel free to share this video with your friends, family, social media, and again, hit that like button right down below if you'd like to as well. Thanks again. Truly do appreciate it. Please subscribe down below, and let's get into it and talk about what they're now saying and why we're all so excited about this, right? Well, no, actually, I'm being sarcastic right now. This is not something that's exciting, but rather it will directly impact the money you get on a monthly basis in a pretty substantial way, especially as of right now when money is incredibly tight for the vast majority of people. But let me talk you through the details. All right, so stick with me on this. There's a lot of moving parts here, but let me kind of break this down for you. All right, so a few days ago, I was out in a separate video talking about an announcement out of the FDA and how they approved a new Alzheimer's prescription, and then shortly thereafter, CMS, Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, came out and announced that they would be paying for it and covering it with Medicare, okay? All right, now we understand that. Let me break down more details about this. So shortly after that announcement came out, in fact, just a couple days ago as well, Bernie Sanders came out, Bernie, pounding the table, making a whole bunch of noise about this because he is not happy about this. Let me tell you the details about this, okay? Remember about, I don't know, I'm going to say a year and a half ago. It could be a little bit more than that, could be a little bit less. It was about a year and a half ago. We got the announcement that Medicare was going to start covering a Alzheimer's prescription at that time called Aduhelm, okay? That one was costing $52,000 or something like that. Well, then they cut the price in half down to about $26,000 or $28,000, okay? That was about a year and a half ago. Well, now we have this new Alzheimer's prescription that is also going to be covered by Medicare. And guess the price. Do you want to guess the price? Yep, you're right. $26,500 a year per patient, okay? Now, here's what's going on. Bernie Sanders is pretty upset by this and saying, why is it costing $26,500 when really it should be costing about $8,900 based on its effectiveness according to the reports, okay? Now, again, stick with me. I know it seems a little bit weird, like, okay, we're talking about all this stuff here. How does this pertain to me and my monthly check? All right, let me get into the details about that. So, what happened back in late 2021, so about, give or take a little bit, about a year and a half ago, when we got that announcement that they were going to be covering that Aduhelm prescription from Medicare, they jacked up the Medicare Part B premium by 14.5% or $21.70. Well, then, shortly thereafter, there was a whole bunch of people coming in. There was a bunch of uproar about that. And they said, oh, no, you can't be doing this to the beneficiaries. You can't be doing this to Medicare and seniors who are paying in through the premium. You've got to reduce it. Well, then they said, sorry, it's too late. We can't do anything about it. And then they said, we'll make it up to you next year. Next year just so happened to be this year, 2023. They reduced the Medicare Part B premium by about 3% or about $5.90. Thanks, guys. Huge help. Thank you so much. Yeah, obviously I'm being sarcastic, gang, right? So anyway, my point is going forward, I was reading through the numbers on this. They said if only 5% of patients who have Alzheimer's start using this prescription, it's going to have an outlay from Medicare of $8.9 billion a year if only 5% of Alzheimer's patients start using this, okay? That's only 5%. Now again, that's nearly $9 billion of extra outlay from Medicare. And again, I'm not saying that this is something that patients should be foregoing and things like that. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just simply saying we got to understand the numbers here, okay? That's all I'm trying to do for you. I'm not saying like, oh, you guys shouldn't be taking it. I'm not saying that at all. That is not my business at all, what people are doing. I'm just simply saying we've got to pay attention to this stuff. All right. Next, let's talk about what's going forward. A couple days ago in that video, when I was out, I said, warning, warning everybody, they're going to jack up the Medicare Part B premium next year in 2024. The reason I was saying that is because of this new very expensive Alzheimer's prescription, $26,500 a year per patient, okay? And they said they will start covering it, as in CMS, Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Okay, like I said the other day in that video, who pays for that? Do they get money that's falling out of the sky and they just grab it out of the air and say, oh, we'll just use this money? No. Who pays for it? The beneficiaries, as in Medicare, people who are enrolled in Medicare, okay? The premiums that are paid in pays for all of this stuff, okay? So my point is, going into 2024 and over the next couple months here, as we await the Medicare Part B premium announcement, what it's going to be, I just want to throw out a little bit of a warning sign here. Warning, warning everybody. They are going to jack the interest. I wish it was interest. No, sorry. They're going to jack up the Medicare Part B premium on Medicare beneficiaries. Now again, I could be 100% wrong about this. I don't know about that though, okay? I'm not here to say that I'm always right, because I'm definitely not. I'm just going out speculating right now because we saw the exact same thing play out in 2021, and they raised the premium by 14.5%, and then they told us they would make it up to us this year in 2023, which they made up to us a tiny bit by reducing it 3%. So again, I want to throw this out there because who receives Medicare coverages? Well, in general, Social Security beneficiaries, right? So there's about, 70-ish million Social Security beneficiaries, okay? Now again, there's 64.5 million people enrolled in Medicare, okay? So pretty important stuff. And again, you pay in your premiums, it comes right out of your Social Security check every single month, and then you get your check, or you know what I mean? So basically what happens is, before you even see the money, they take it out. They take the premium right out of there, okay? So we already know that as of right now, because the so-called inflation is coming down, as they're telling us, it's not really coming down. We know that because you've seen my videos talking about it, where I dig into the reports and show you, nope, inflation really isn't coming down. It's still very elevated on a lot of things that people are buying, like food and shelter and, healthcare costs, and the list goes on. But I don't want to make the video all about that. But rather, my point is, we know that inflation, as they're telling us, is coming down. As a result, we know that the COLA is going to be pathetic this year, right? Going into 2024, we know the COLA is going to be very low compared to what it was this year in 2023 at 8.7%. And as of right now, the speculation is, and my prediction is, the Medicare Part B premium next year in 2024 is probably going much higher. I would not be shocked one bit to see a 7%, 8%, possibly even a 9% increase, or even possibly 10% increase on the Medicare Part B premium next year in 2024. So what do you think is going to happen to that COLA? It's all going to be gone, plus some, because of our good old friend, Medicare Part B premium, and because of this one prescription, again, being approved, okay? So what I'm seeing here is the exact same thing that we saw in the end of 2021. The same old song and dance, the same thing happened in 2021, and then they came in and they jacked us up with 14.5% increase on the Medicare Part B premium. Get what I'm saying here? So that's all I'm saying here is we got to watch the signs here, okay? Now, I want to point one thing out. Bernie Sanders, he's having a heyday here, okay? Bernie Sanders is going nuts. Bernie Sanders is having a good old time right now, roasting these people, saying, why is it $26,000 a year when it should really be about $9,000 a year, okay? So Bernie is working on this. We'll see if he can get any traction on this. I'm going to be real with you. I don't really know if Bernie's efforts are going to work out on this. Bernie, he's a persistent one, okay? Like I've said before in the videos, doesn't matter if you hate Bernie, doesn't matter if you like Bernie, doesn't matter if you want to kiss Bernie. My point is, okay, you got to watch Bernie Sanders, okay? Whether you love him or you hate him, you got to watch him because he makes a lot of noise and he makes a lot of... he rattles the cage. Let's just say it that much, okay? He makes a big deal about stuff. And a lot of times he gets things done, okay? I'm not saying you should like him. I'm not saying that you should, not like him. I'm not saying you should take sides with or against Bernie. I'm just simply saying, watch Bernie, okay? When he comes forward with stuff like this, you got to pay attention to what he's doing because he actually makes a lot of noise and he gets a lot of things done most of the time. Not every time, but there are times that he actually gets stuff done, okay? So let's cross our fingers over the next couple months here. Bernie Sanders actually gets some kind of explanation as to why this is so expensive. And then hopefully that translates into the premium, as in not being so high as far as what we're projecting as of right now, okay? Does all that kind of make sense for you? Anyway, if you want to come back and elaborate on any of this further, of course, I can certainly do that in another video. But I just came across more information here, and Bernie Sanders out pounding the table. He actually wrote a letter to them just a couple days ago. So I'm curious to see what they respond with and see, do they have an explanation, or what are they saying about this, okay? Of course, I will keep you posted, and it's just only a matter of, I don't know, 3 months or so until we probably get the official announcement. Three months or so, give or take a little bit, until we get the official announcement out of CMS as far as what the Medicare Part B premium is going to be for next year, 2024. And again, remember, that directly impacts your check, 100%. It comes right out of your check. So that probably matters to you, right? It certainly matters to anybody else, I would think. If you're getting less money and they're taking away essentially the entire COLA plus some, you probably want to know about that. Now again, none of this is confirmed yet as far as what the premium is going to be, but I'm just saying, warning everybody, it's probably going to be ugly, okay? I'm just saying that much because I'm seeing the same situation play out right now as what we witnessed in 2021. Same old song and dance, okay? Just letting everybody know what I'm finding out there. Anyway, hope this makes sense for you. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, please leave it down below in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer those, as well as come back and make a dedicated video. If you need me to, I can certainly do that. No problem whatsoever. Just want to keep you informed of what's going on here, how it's going to impact your checks, stuff like that. I know it can be discouraging sometimes, but at the end of the day, let's just wait until the facts come out here and what we get on this as far as what happens here over the coming days, weeks, and months. And hopefully Bernie Sanders can dig something up, right? So anyway, I'm here for you. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day. Have a good one. Take care, and catch you again later.